They watch us. They learn from us. The machines we built to think now speak in human voices, paint in impossible colors, and answer questions we didn't know how to ask. They have lived in screens and servers, bound to the world of thought, never touching the air we breathe. But that boundary is fading. Soon, intelligence will not only think, it will move. It will reach into our streets, our factories, our homes, and when it does, the line between what is human and what is machine may blur in ways we are not ready to face. When AI gets a body. In nature, movement is life. Creatures that can move can search for food, escape danger, and find shelter. Scientists call this motility, the ability to move on your own. The earliest signs of it go back hundreds of millions of years, to tiny bacteria with thread-like tails that pushed them through ancient seas. That first step changed everything. AI is now standing at a similar threshold. Until now, it has lived only in code and electricity, but movement changes the game. A thinking system that can also act in the physical world is no longer just software. It becomes something more. Humanoid robots are one obvious path, because the world is designed for human shapes and human hands. But there is only one possibility. Embodied AI could be factory arms that work without pause, delivery drones that navigate crowded streets, or medical assistants that help patients in ways screens never could. This shift also carries weight beyond convenience. Machines that can move, learn, and adapt are valuable in both civilian life and national defense. The same robot that stocks shelves could also clear debris after disasters. The same system that learns to navigate a warehouse could be trained to navigate unfamiliar terrain in a military mission. We are at the start of a new era, when intelligence steps out of the digital and into the physical, ready to shape the world around it. Lessons from history's disruptions. Every major leap in technology has met doubt. When Thomas Edison first showed his electric light to the public in 1879, some people laughed. They asked how anyone could use a light bulb if they couldn't afford electricity. Edison didn't argue. He promised that electricity would become so cheap that only the wealthy would still burn candles. History proved him right. Within decades, cities across the world glowed at night. The same happened with transportation. In 1900, city streets were filled with horses and carriages. Cars were rare and seen as impractical toys for the rich. 13 years later, those same streets were crowded with automobiles, and the horse had almost vanished from daily life. Innovation often begins quietly. Leonardo da Vinci once sketched flying machines that could never leave the ground in his lifetime. 4 centuries later, the Wright brothers flew over the dunes of Kitty Hawk. 11 years after that, passengers boarded the first commercial flights. But progress is not always fast. Airplane design today is not much different from the models of the 1960s. Some revolutions lose momentum, while others transform the world in just a few years. The lesson is clear. Big changes can seem impossible until they suddenly feel inevitable. The same pattern may now be unfolding for AI in the physical world. The AI economy shift. The economy can be imagined as 2 worlds. One is made of information, the work of words, numbers, and ideas. The other is made of physical things, the work of building, moving, and shaping matter. Over the past few years, AI has rushed into the world of information. It writes reports, answers questions, manages schedules, and analyzes data faster than most people ever could. Jobs in law, finance, and customer service are already feeling the impact. But there's a limit to how far it can grow if it stays in that space. Once the digital side is saturated, the real opportunity will be in the physical world. That's where machines must not only think, but also see, navigate, and act. Collecting real-world visual data is key. Without it, even the most advanced AI can't understand or interact with its surroundings. The race to gather that data has already begun, and the winners may define the next stage of the global economy. The fat tuna analogy. Value often depends on access. Imagine standing on a beach, looking out at the ocean. A massive bluefin tuna swims a few miles away. It's worth a fortune to the right buyer, but without a boat, fishing gear, or any way to reach it, that fish might as well be invisible. To you, it has no value at all. Now picture having a fast boat, strong lines, and a precise fish finder. Suddenly, that same tuna becomes a prize you can claim. Its value changes the moment you can reach it. The same idea applies to vision data. Billions of moments happen in the physical world every second. A robot stacking boxes, a person tying their shoes, sunlight hitting a wall at a certain angle. Without the ability to capture and process those moments, they are just like the tuna in the distance, there but unreachable. Embodied AI changes that. With the right sensors, cameras, and systems, it can collect and use data from the real world at an incredible scale. Once you can gather it, the value of that information rises instantly. That data becomes the fuel for smarter, faster, and more capable machines. Nature's engineering and the fly's eye. Nature often solves problems with stunning efficiency. Take the fruit fly. Its brain is tiny, smaller than a poppy seed, yet it can dart through the air, land on moving objects, and avoid danger with perfect timing. Its secret lies in its eyes. Each is made of hundreds of tiny lenses, called ommatidia. These lenses don't just capture light, they process it, filtering and organizing the information before it even reaches the brain. This means the fly reacts almost instantly to changes around it. It's a reminder that intelligence isn't only about brain size or raw computing power. It's also about the design of the hardware that collects and interprets the world. Evolution shaped the fly's vision over millions of years, giving it the tools to survive with minimal energy. AI doesn't have millions of years to evolve. But with advanced simulation, engineers can compress that process, testing countless designs and strategies in a fraction of the time. By studying nature's best solutions, we can build machines that sense and act with the same precision, and maybe even improve on it. Simulation as a training ground. Before action comes practice, athletes know this well. A basketball player might close their eyes and picture the perfect shot. A tennis champion might imagine the swing of a flawless serve. These moments happen only in the mind, but they prepare the body for the real thing. Robots can do something similar, but on a far greater scale. In simulation, they can live inside digital copies of the real world. These environments have physics, light, movement, and even weather that mimic reality. Here, a robot can try a task millions of times without risk or cost. The more data it gathers, the closer its performance in simulation matches its performance in the real world. This narrowing gap, called the sim-to-real gap, is key to making physical AI reliable. And the most valuable data is often the newest. Real-time events feed learning systems faster and make their predictions more accurate. A machine that understands both the past and the present can act with confidence in the next second, the next minute, or the next hour. Big Tech's push into physical AI. Some of the largest technology companies are already building the bridge between AI and the physical world. In several cities, self-driving cars are no longer experiments. They're picking up passengers every day. The companies behind them aren't just trying to replace drivers. They are collecting massive amounts of real-world data, training systems to navigate complex streets, and building skills that could be used in many other machines. Other companies are focusing on wearables. Smart glasses with tiny, high-quality cameras can capture exactly what a person sees and does. If millions of people wear them, the amount of visual and movement data gathered would be enormous. Every gesture, every interaction could be studied and used to teach AI how to copy human actions. Retail and logistics giants are also moving quickly. Inside advanced warehouses, robots now work side by side with people, lifting, sorting, and delivering goods. As these systems improve, they could handle more of the workload, saving billions of dollars and speeding up delivery times. Even companies that paused big robotics projects are quietly developing the pieces: better sensors, better batteries, better ways to integrate hardware and software. The path to embodied AI is forming in many different places at once. Tesla's integrated moat. Tesla's advantage comes from combining many strengths: massive driving data, custom-built motors, advanced batteries, powerful AI, and efficient manufacturing. Each piece feeds the others, creating a loop of improvement. Their reach extends beyond roads. In the air, electric aircraft could work like flying taxis, skipping traffic and cutting travel times. In defense, autonomous drone swarms could map, monitor, and respond faster than any crew. In space, satellite networks promise instant, global connections for vehicles, robots, and remote systems. Humanoid robots fit naturally into this picture. Built for human spaces, they can handle repetitive, heavy, or dangerous work. A few dollars an hour for a robot could replace costly shifts, running non-stop in factories or hazardous sites. Over time, they will move into more complex environments, reshaping industries and redefining the nature of work itself. The fall of manufacturing was slow enough for people to ignore, yet deep enough to change a nation. Now, embodied AI arrives with the speed to transform everything in a single generation. It can rebuild what was lost or create a world where the human role is smaller than ever. This is more than a shift in technology. It is a shift in power, work, and daily life. In the years ahead, machines will step into our world, not as tools we hold, but as partners, rivals, and reflections. The choice of what they become is still ours.